Welcome to our Absolute Cinema Review, Episode 1. This is the first time we're doing a full-length episode for YouTube, so everybody that is watching, welcome. We are happy to be talking to you guys today. This is new for us. We started on TikTok, but are now transitioning over to some full-length content, which I think we're all excited about, just because we get to talk about the movies we love and some exciting stuff in the movie world at full length. So, welcome everybody.
Yep. Loving the film community on TikTok, but trying to expand our audience as well.
Yep.
One of many segments that we have, but one that will probably be repeating as all three of us are trying to watch more movies as time goes on. And one way to do this is that for this segment, we each gave each other a movie that we wanted the others to watch. And so we're going to discuss, as each of us have watched at least a movie. I messed up and did not watch one of the movies, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I won't be taking part in one of the conversations, but to start it off, I think we're all very eager to get into this. The movie that I gave Christian and Monty to watch is called Priest. And it is about this priest, essentially, that he goes on many adventures that are interesting, to say the least. But it's an action-packed movie that also has what was his name?
It's not even action-packed.
No, it is. It is action-packed.
Can somebody read the description of Priest? Just even the description of that movie made me a little upset before I started watching it, but oh my God.
Christian, do you want to pull up the description for Priest?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
It actually reminded me of like the Velocipaster description almost.
Low key. There's like parallels.
So read this description, and then I want to hear your guys' honest thoughts on the movie.
Okay.
Well,
The description of the priest is, well, there's a headline. The war is eternal. His mission is just the beginning. Fucking garbage. Anyway, the description is, in an alternate world, humanity and vampires have warred for centuries. After the last vampire war, the veteran warrior priest, mouthful, lives in obscurity with other humans inside one of the church's walled cities. When the priest's niece is kidnapped by vampires, the priest breaks his vows to hunt them down. He's accompanied by the niece's boyfriend, who's a wasteland sheriff, and a former warrior priestess.
Priests and vampires.
Pretty jam-packed description, huh?
Yeah.
Priests and vampires.
So let's start. So it was me and you, Monty. We saw this.
Yeah.
Matt recommended this to us.
That's right.
What did you give it out of 10?
I think I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10. One of my least favorite movies I've ever seen. I just was mad at Matt during almost the entire screening of the movie after being forced to watch
I
it.
think it's a little harsh.
Yeah,
1?
so I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, this shit was ass. It's in the category of movies where, I mean, I'm sorry, Matt. Like,
No, it's okay.
I don't
It's
know.
okay.
I don't know what you were coming from when you.
Listen.
Yeah, what is your motive?
were you
Please
trying
tell
to,
us
like-
your motive
So-
of picking this movie.
I thought it was very different and unlike any other movie I'd ever seen. And for me, at least, there's something about resetting your palate when it comes to watching movies. If you just watch critically acclaimed and known banger movies one after another, I feel like it's just not great for you, right? I mean, obviously watching good movies is a good experience. You want to watch an entertaining movie. But when it comes to our purposes where we're watching movies all the time, I think it's good for a little reset every once in a while where you watch a movie and it's not fantastic, but you can also analyze that and discuss what about this movie wasn't so great. And then because of that, what makes other movies good, like on the opposite of that fact, if that makes sense. Like,
Okay, you have a point, but
Yeah.
like, this shit was so bad, bro.
yeah.
I disagree with your point, though,
You do?
because
Yeah.
if I'm just watching super critically acclaimed movies, I'll still not like some of the movies. So it's almost like I do
Sure.
get that palate automatically cleansed.
I don't think so. I mean, in my personal experience, and one of the reasons I did recommend this is because I personally had seen a lot of like really good movies back to back to back to back. And I'm like, it's been a while since I've watched a movie where I was like, this really wasn't that good, And I just feel like there's something about that that's refreshing. So I wanted you guys to have the same experience.
Yeah, I did want to go through some points. I wrote some shit down about this movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So a big gripe with this movie, one of many, is they don't know how to tell a story. The the beginning of the movie starts off with like the girl getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
But we don't know who she is. We don't care about her. And then later we learn that the characters have like some relation to her, that like dude's like her boyfriend, or like at the end is like, she's my daughter. Vision from fucking Avengers. He's like, she's my daughter. I'm like, I don't care at all. Like,
Yeah, I didn't know. I couldn't figure out whether it was the daughter or the niece or like who was the boyfriend. It just didn't even matter.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think there should have been some more like beginning like story to the girl before she's like kidnapped and like the main plot. Like they kind of just throw it at us and expect us to care.
You didn't like that train scene at the end?
I mean, it was alright. I've seen that before though. I mean,
It's pretty cool though.
You just
It was
feel
alright.
no emotional connection towards anybody before anything
yeah.
bad happens.
I will tell you this though: the train scene and I like the priestess.
You do.
What they call that in description, the priestess.
Uh-huh.
She was cool. I like when she was like rigging up the tracks and then
Yeah.
driving the motorcycle straight into the train.
That was pretty cool,
That was
right?
kinda
That was pretty
cool.
badass.
That was kinda
yeah.
cool.
See, it gets points in certain places. That's what I'm saying. In my opinion, there were things to like and obvious things to not like. And I think that's okay and still worth a watch.
Yeah, something to not like. The one-liners. I have a note here that I'm just going to read it word for word. The beekeeper is better. At least it knows it's full on a joke.
Yeah.
There's a one-liner in The Priest. The boyfriend says point A to point motherfucking B after he kills a vampire.
Wait,
And
was that PG-13?
I'm not sure what the
I
rating
think that's
was.
a PG-13 movie.
So that's their one fuck they could use throughout the whole movie.
I think that's what he said. I don't know. It was so bad.
Yeah, no, he shoots the gun, and then he describes it as going from point A to motherfucking point B.
Yeah, it was like a callback to when he was taught how to kill a vampire.
It's kind of fire.
I don't agree.
All right.
I think the last word of the movie, he's riding off into the sunset, and the priestess goes, "Godspeed."
All right, we can move on.
No, let's keep talking. Dude.
I think we understand your guys' thoughts.
This movie, it was just like, it's like if ChatGPT had made movies in when was this?
2011 or something.
Yeah. It was like every single stereotypical movie you could think about, like every single stereotypical scene from a movie you could think about, this one had it. Like all the one-liners were like the main guy's about to bring the other guy on a mission, but he's not sure, but he's already decided, remember?
Yeah.
He was like sharpening the bullets.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know if I'm going to bring you, dude.
Yeah, and then he's like, "What are all the bullets for? Priests don't use bullets." He's like, "They're for you."
Yeah.
And then it cuts to the moon in the window. Oof.
Or like when they shoot the monster and it's dead for like a second, and then it comes back and it's like, ah! They just shoot it
Yeah,
again.
it's like, oh, I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Oh man, I think my cat is meowing in the background. By the way, sorry if you can hear that. He's yelling. It's all right though.
It's all right.
I understand the criticisms. I do. I get it, but I thought it would be worth it for you guys to see this movie.
I'm not mad I
wonder-
watched it. I'm not mad I watched it.
Yeah, I'm a little upset that I watched it.
Yeah, Monty has different feelings. Sorry.
I'm so shocked that they gave it a sequel. Like it must have just done good at the time.
There's a sequel?
Yeah, there's Priest 2.
No, bro.
Yeah, that's why
Might
this
have
one's
to
the
give it a
beginning.
watch. Might have to watch Priest 2 together.
I can't believe Carl Urban still has a job after that movie. That was pretty bad.
Pretty good.
You know who's worse than whoever that was is the sidekick character.
The boyfriend?
Yes.
Yeah,
the
it was really
boyfriend.
bad. Terrible.
All right. I think I have a full understanding of your guys' thoughts on this movie. And
Yeah, sorry to grill you like
no,
that.
no,
but
it's
that shit
okay.
wasn't
It's
good.
okay. I was anticipating some of that when I recommended you guys to watch this movie. And all of you out there watching, regardless of what these guys are saying, go and watch The Priest. By the way, I think it's just Priest, not The Priest.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it's Priest.
yeah, Priest. Go out and watch Priest.
Yeah,
Just do
form your own opinions on Priest.
Yes.
Maybe you'll love it.
Exactly. Don't let these guys sway you from giving it a chance.
Monty, you recommended me and Matt a movie?
Yes, I recommended Rosemary's Baby for you guys to watch.
Yep.
And Christian did not rate it yet. He said he watched it on Letterboxd, so I'm curious to see
Yeah.
what he's going to rate it.
Matt, you say your rating first and I'll say mine.
Out of 5 or 10?
Let's go out of 10.
Out of 10? It's hard because, I mean, I know what it is out of 5, but...
It's math, bro.
It's times 2.
Yeah. Multiply the number by 2, bro.
Well, it's not quite the same. But if I were to put it out of 10...
It's the same.
No, it's not the same.
How is it not the same?
It's not. I'm not using a mathematical calculation to give it a score out of 10.
Is it the same score you have on Letterboxd?
No.
So you changed your mind.
No.
So it's... Say it.
It's a 9 out of 10.
There you go.
Okay.
It's a 9 out of 10 for sure. And I will. Well, first you go ahead and you can say your score.
Yeah, I'm between 2 numbers. I still haven't decided. I'm gonna also just say 9 out of 10 for now.
Yeah. For letterbox purposes, 4.5 out of 5.
Let's go.
And
I'm happy you guys liked it.
Yeah, good recommendation. I will say it's been on my watch list for a while, and at some point, I don't know when, I did plan on watching it, but I am already a fan of Roman Polanski's movies, several of them, and this one is no different. I mean, I will say it is a little bit more difficult to tell. Like, for example, we'll talk about Begonia in a second, and that's a Yorgos film, and you can pretty distinctly tell when a movie is made by Yorgos, but I'd say for Roman Polanski, his direction or his directing style is unique, but not so much in a sense where if you told me Rosemary's Baby was directed by somebody else, I'd probably believe you if it was close enough. That being said, overall, just a terrifying movie.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you brought up Begonia, and I actually saw a lot of similarities in Begonia to this movie, because there's this conspiracy, like, is Emma Stone an alien? And then in Rosemary's Baby, are these people witches? Are they performing the ritual on me and all that? One of the scenes in the movie was so terrifying. I want to bring this up. She's like on the phone in her apartment. It's late in the movie, and she's alone in her apartment, or so the audience thinks. And then 2 guys tiptoe behind her in the doorway.
Yes.
I got goosebumps from the top of my head to my toes when I saw that.
Oh my God, dude. Yes. She's like, and in the same scene, she like locked the door behind her. And so you think you think that she's safe, like she's running to get some sort of help.
Yeah.
And they run across so quickly in the background, and there's no acknowledgement of it.
And that's perfect directing. He's misdirecting the audience with her locking the door behind her. It's genius.
And I still think one of the most eerie scenes for me is when it's like first half of the movie and you can't tell if she's dreaming or not after she was clearly drugged by her neighbors with this chocolate mousse pudding. And she stumbles to bed with the help of her seemingly innocent husband at the time. And it just kind of goes into this like patchy dream state shot of her essentially like getting assaulted. And then you see like the devil on top of her, like this dude with like these dragon claw hands, and the music is so eerie and it builds the whole time and you can't really tell what's going on. And then it cuts to her waking up and she's like getting up out of bed and she has like scratches all over her.
Yeah.
And it's revealed that the husband actually like did try, because it's revealed like earlier in the movie that they're trying to have a kid. Yeah. And so his justification was like, oh, I couldn't miss the moment. Like today was supposed to be the day. She's like, no, it could have been like any other time. Like, how about this morning? That shit
was horrifying.
And like, I don't know. I mean, I think a big part of why I really liked this movie is because a lot of the times when you see a horror movie, you're like, what are these characters doing? Like, they should have much better survival instincts than this. But
facts. I was thinking that too.
She had realistic survival instincts.
She had good survival instincts.
Very good.
Like halfway through the movie, or a little bit more than halfway, she tried to get the fuck out of there.
Yes.
She was like, fuck this, fuck everybody, before she even knew. And that's one of my favorite scenes of the movie. She's in the phone booth.
Oh my God.
And the guy, like, just behind her, blocking the whole door.
Yep.
And it's not even the doctor.
Yep.
It's like, what do you call it? A misdirection again. Like, it's not the bad guy, but while he's standing there with his back turned, I'm like, what?
Yep. And I will say, Polanski is really good in that movie at making you think things are there for a reason when you're right. They're just misdirection.
Yeah.
Like, even at first, like, I was trying to guess ever since the beginning of the movie when they were touring the apartment at first, what that closet actually was. And then it ended up being a door into their neighbor's apartment.
You almost stop like caring about what that is in the middle of the movie, though.
You do.
And then it just
100%
gets brought up.
Yeah.
And I think the scariest part of the movie is that something off is happening with the old couple, with the guy, and it's like, oh, they're trying to mess up the pregnancy, like, oh, they're trying to trap her, and then it just becomes like the possibility just gets worse and worse and worse until it is actually the worst thing that you could think of at the end.
100%.
And then even from there, they stoop it another level. Because it's like the worst thing is that you gave birth to the devil's child.
Yeah.
And then they stoop one level lower by being like, she's still connected to this child.
Yep.
Like, she is still the one. It just goes.
I think probably one of the most, I don't know if shocking is the right word, but like crazy moments in the movie is when you finally feel like after all this time, she found salvation with Dr. Hall. And she gets to the office.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I believe you. Just come in here and lay down.
Yeah.
And then the next scene is, I forget his name. It's like a longer name. The other doctor and her husband walking in, just being like, yeah, you really thought. Like,
Yeah. Like you could see her stomach drop when they walk in the room.
They're all
my
devils.
stomach dropped.
They're all devils.
It's evil.
Crazy.
The husband, bro, what a dirt ball. We're gonna be rich now.
And
We're famous.
I don't know if you picked up on this. I think the moment that he turned, so to speak, was their first time visiting the neighbor's apartment.
Yeah, I agree.
When it was funny because at first he's like, oh, do we really have to go over there? Like, I don't want to do this. Like, I just had a long day at work. And they do it anyways. They go, and then there's a point where Rosemary's in the kitchen talking to like the old, I'm bad at remembering names, but
I have no idea.
they're talking to like, she's talking to like the older lady in the kitchen. Meanwhile, her husband, the movie star, is talking to the older guy in the living room, and it transitions to the girls coming back into the living room to like meet back up. And you see like the guys like having kind of like this serious conversation, but you don't know what it's about. And I'm like certain that was the moment where he was like, you want to rise to fame? You want everything you've ever wanted?
Like even right when he made the notion that he had connections in the industry, and the husband started perking up, kind of like, oh, you got me? Like, I could see maybe that's where this is going.
Yeah.
But very subtle and very well done on that part, I think.
And
overall.
I will say that you said that you wouldn't be surprised if Roman Polanski didn't direct it, but if you watch enough Polanski, like you could tell right away that he did
You think
it.
so?
Yeah.
I feel like I've watched a decent amount, but I was still like, I mean, I don't know. I don't really associate him with like a specific calling card, if that makes sense. Like other directors for sure, like we discussed Yorgos, but I mean, just the quality of his movies.
Yeah, I've only seen the 3 Chinatown, Pianist, and this.
Yeah,
but I would assume that the Pianist is kind of off-brand for him.
I kind of counted as separate. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I don't have the right like base to like judge his style yet.
And Polanski, like, I honestly think when he was making these movies, I think he's actually interested in evil because, like, he is evil. I don't think it's coming from a spot where he's trying to look out for anybody or, like, have, like, a nuanced take on it. Like, he is evil and he's looking within himself to make these movies, which is messed up. And it's like other people have brought up the fact that he could have been a Russian asset, like in the intelligence agency. And when you watch more movies, that topic comes up constantly. And it's pretty wild.
That's an interesting point. I didn't really think about that. Just because he does give credence to like the good side of people too. It's like the theme of the movie is like devil worshippers are literally trying to farm this woman's child. But you also see Rosemary's like innocence and her like desperate escape. Like once, like it's like at some point in the movie, a switch flips where she understands like, all right, like something's going on. Like that constant struggle in between, like she's so vulnerable because she's pregnant and she doesn't really know who to believe. But then it gets to a certain point where she's just like, I can't take this anymore. And the change of her appearance throughout the movie too. Oh my God. It's crazy.
The haircut, everybody starts making fun of her for the haircut.
You can see her getting skinnier too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like just the subtle signs throughout the movie, like when she decides like it's important for her to throw a party with just like friends her age, and she's like, we're not inviting the neighbors, like this is just for us, and she has like a breakdown, and her friends give her a reality check because they're obviously not worshiping the devil, and they're like, you need to see a new doctor.
Yeah.
Her husband comes in and is like, don't listen to that nonsense.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
keep
This
seeing this
dude's
doctor.
bad news, bro.
Yeah, he's a nobody.
Yeah.
Acting like the doctor is supposed to be like on the map or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she
Overall,
has her
though,
agency, and then they
Yeah.
just take her agency away, even though she's like you said, it's like realistic horror movie. It's a realistic version of what you should be scared about in a horror movie.
100%. I agree. Overall, though, great suggestion, Monty.
Yeah, fantastic movie.
Yep, very, very good.
Moving on to the next movie, Christian recommended Once Upon a Time in the West.
Yeah.
I will be sitting this one out. I unfortunately did not see it yet. I might bring it up on a future episode after I watch it, but I'll let Monty talk about this one.
Yeah, so I recommended Once Upon a Time in the West. I watched this a couple months ago. Loved it immediately. What did you think about it?
Out of 10, I'm going to give it an 8.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
And I like the movie. I like the movie a lot. I'd say the last 2 points is just that it just didn't move me enough for me to rate it higher, I guess. But it was a fire movie. Like,
That's fair. Yeah.
the beginning of the movie is one of my favorite beginnings of movies.
Yeah. That opening scene is in my top 5.
Yeah, because it's all about like characters and the plot. There's a lot of story within it, but the beginning is just complete, basically aura farming by like the Westerners.
Yeah.
Like fly on his face and
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I love the Western standoff. It was kind of the introduction of the Western standoff to me. I'm like not based on Western movies. I got to watch them all. I watched the Dollars trilogy right after all 3 of them, but I thought it would be corny. And I watched the movie, especially the ending scene where they show you the motivation behind his revenge and everything the main character goes through the entire movie.
Yeah.
The mystery behind the harmonica. He's like, why is he playing this goofy ass harmonica all movie? And then you realize why. Oh,
yeah. Oh my god, that flashback at the end was insane. That's the best scene in the movie.
That's why
for
it's
sure.
a 5 out of 5. That's
Yeah.
that
was crazy.
favorite. That might be my favorite scene of all time. The flashback and then going from the extreme close-ups of their eyes staring at each other in the face-off, and then it just clicks and they shoot each other.
Yeah. I hate Frank so much, dude.
One of the most evil villains ever. Like Heath Ledger and Frank.
Yeah,
Heath
the
Ledger's
boss,
Joker.
the boss in the beginning's like, yeah, kill the main guy and then like scare the kids. He just kills all the kids. Like he kills the entire family.
Yeah.
He's like, the best way to scare them is when they're dying. Like, all right.
My God.
The dude on the train, the cripple.
Oh, the rich guy, yeah.
Yeah, like he was like, not like his boss or whatever,
Yeah, he
right?
kicks his crutches. He's like on the floor.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Terrible.
Yeah. What did you not like about it?
I think the
keeping it-
dialogue was just personally a little too dated for me.
Okay. Yeah.
Like how they were explaining the story. I know it was a part of the vibe of the movie, but I didn't like the pauses all the time. The super long spans of like silence. Sometimes it was needed and sometimes it was great, but it was throughout the entire movie, which I wasn't the biggest fan of. But besides that, I mean, amazing watch. Yeah.
Yeah,
Super
I think-
happy I watched it.
I think Sergio Leone, a lot of his filmmaking style is putting you in the setting, and I think that comes with like the long pauses. Like he's making you feel like you're in the Wild West.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that in Once Upon a Time in America and the Dollars trilogy. You really feel like you're there. So I think that comes with the pauses.
Can I ask, when did that movie come out?
68.
68?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like, I didn't watch this movie, but comparing it to something like Rosemary's Baby, which came out at like the same time pretty much, that to me is like a very good test for a movie. If it can hold up after that many years and still either be relevant or easy to follow and still like great, just because, I mean, a lot of that can be lost over decades with a movie that old. That is even more impressive to me.
And one of my other favorite parts of that movie is that time period and what it's trying to describe. Like, it starts off super simple, like literally a guy with a fly on his face. But then the third act is kind of about money and the railroad coming in. And it's like about the death of the West, which I thought was beautiful.
About like greed and the American expansion.
Yep.
Yeah, huge movie. Yeah, it starts off so small and then its scale just explodes.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, if you guys are good, that concludes I Made You Watch.
Yep.
This first take of I Made You Watch. We're going to try to make this a continuing thing to keep us all on track to watch new movies that all of us haven't seen and continue the discussions that hopefully you guys can go out and watch some of these for yourselves.
Yeah, next session we're going to have 3 new movies that we're going to recommend to each other that they haven't seen. So we'll go over those next time.
And we're going to all watch them this time.
Yeah, we're going to all watch them next time.
I pledge to actually do my part and watch both of the movies. Promise.